Get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is TJ Logan to return it. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Watson on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And right away, he lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long, it's Watson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field. Go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again is Watson. And this is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Target. Richmond.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jake Ryan in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Well, that second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Come back.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Arizona. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Wentz now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Richmond. Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
After the interception, here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Richmond.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2, Watson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. No problem there on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Caught right side is Jeffrey. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Shorty, shorty, shorty.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Wentz now on first down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. A good pickup there at 22.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 68 yards. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Wentz now to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now it's Ajayi. And an alley to run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Come on now, let's go. Sunday.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So out now come the Cardinals. On first down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Come back.
Now it's Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Throwing is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Wentz. Now he's forced out left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's Watson. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, and got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tech McKinley able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On 3rd and 2. Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Let's go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 58 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Watson Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 37.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They go to Johnson again. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson in the final minute. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
82.
Back to throw. Now they can't bring him down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?